All right, Coach. Obviously, they came in unbeaten. You guys just silenced them very quickly and very harshly too. Big offensive performance. Just what did you take away from that game?
It was good to see the plan come together. The coaches did a great job early last week detailing the plan to the team. The team did a great job of learning the plan, preparing all week, and then we went out and actually executed the plan. So all three phases contributed, and those are fun times as a coach when you see the plan come together, and credit to the boys on the team. They really did a good job buying into it and going out and executing.
How much help was that bye week to be able to focus in and just say, we got 2 weeks on these guys? I know it was a little bit of focusing on yourself, but I'm sure there had to be some.
Yeah, I remember saying there's that balance between getting your work in on the bye week and also getting your rest, and time would tell if we found that balance. And I was very pleased with how we came out of the bye week, both health-wise and being able to go out and execute on a Friday night. So I'll make a mental note of that. And every year is a different year. You kind of got to see where your team is. But I think we did a good job of finding that balance between continuing to work, addressing the areas we needed to get better at, and also getting a little rest. And we came out and played a good game last Friday night.
And I didn't get to ask after the bye week. I wasn't here for last week's. So where is kind of the health of your team after the bye week?
Improving. We've every team this time of year has people that are dealing with things, and some are more serious than others. But our guys are on their way back, and we will welcome them with open arms. But I've been really pleased with the guys who've had to step in and get the extra reps in the meantime while guys on the sideline. So I feel like as a team we're going to be better prepared once we get everybody back. Now we're going to have backups that have quality reps, in their experience and know what to do and kind of know what it feels like on a Friday night. So that's a good thing for our team.
Coach, we're all talking about the offense, but your defense held them to over 14 points in
Yes.
the game. So can you just talk about your defense stopping that rushing attack from Southwest Christian?
Yeah, our defense has been playing great all year. I'll tell you the thing that I'm most pleased with was that was a rather unique plan we put together. I mean, that was a very run-heavy team, and so we came up with a plan that hopefully would take that away. And just seeing our defense's ability to, yes, they've had success throughout the season, but to be able to say, what do we have to do to win this game? Not rely upon the things that have been working all season, but the ability to, all right, here we go. Here's what we got to do this week. It may look a little different than it's looked before, and their ability to learn that, execute that, have success at that's very encouraging, because my whole philosophy is, what do we have to do each week to win the game? And they did that last week.
And your first 3 wins were all really tight, close games. Having a blowout kind of like this, was there kind of like a sense of release off your chest, knowing that your team can pull away in these situations?
Yeah, I mean, we were due one that we could breathe a little bit, but they don't always turn out that way. Once again, credit to our coaches for putting a great plan together and the team buying into that plan. We expect some close games moving forward, and hopefully we can rely upon our experiences having been through those type situations before. But we welcome those quote comfortable games anytime we can get them.
And Coach, your first win in district with this program, just what does it mean for you and this program?
Well, it means a lot to this team. Everyone wants to get 1-0 in district, especially when you're playing at home. We did that. We feel good about that. But our full focus is on Fort Worth Christian now. Hopefully make it 2-0, but we got to earn the right to play well this Friday night.
And then what do you know about Fort Worth Christian and what they bring?
Yeah, it's a really good team. The thing about them, they're not going to make mistakes. You can tell they're coached very well. Their players understand what they're being asked to do, and you're just going to have to beat them. They're not going to not be in the right place or have a lack of communication, those types of things. They're very well coached, very well organized. They have a true identity. So we're going to have to play really clean, disciplined football. They're a balanced attack on their offense. They can hurt you both run. They like to take shots in the passing game, so we'll have to be alert to that. And then obviously they have the 2 signature edge rushers on defense that get a lot of attention, and it's well deserved. So we have to account for that, stay ahead of the chains, try to stay out of obvious passing downs where those guys can just lay their ears back and get after you. So it's going to take a complete team effort, but I think this team is up for the challenge.
You mentioned the edge rushers for Fort Worth Christian. After seeing the effort that your offensive line had last week, what are you looking for them to do again this week with the battle in the trenches?
Yeah, I mean, I think our O-line understands how important they are to our offense running smoothly. We challenged them last week. They really took that on their shoulders and went out and played a complete game. They understand they're in for a big challenge this week, and they're excited about it. I'm excited to see us go against two really good edge rushers, and once again, will we do what's required to win this week's game? And we're off to a good start this week preparing for that.
And Coach, Caleb, 4 touchdowns. Just what can you say about his performance on Friday?
Yeah, I was really pleased with the impact he made. We have a lot of confidence in him and look for different ways to get him involved, and he really helped his team out last Friday night, and we'll look to build upon that as we keep going down the road.
Coach, another question health-wise. You were saying that it's cool to have all these backups getting some more game time. Obviously, that helps for years going along as they get game time early on. But how does that help this year in your scout team getting game time? Your backups getting game time.
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, you'd love to have rotations at position groups. I mean, especially when you have two-way players. You know, if you have a quality backup that can come in and there's no drop-off, that's a win for the team. And so as the season goes on, you're always going to have injuries or you're going to have fatigue set in, all those kinds of things. So the more able bodies you have, and in this case with experience, the better for your team.
And then as you get your first stringers back, how is the experience for the backups and scout team helping during practice getting your first stringers better?
Yeah, I mean, I've told the team we're only as good as the looks we get in practice, and so the more capable players you have that are out there on the practice field each and every week, they can give a better look that prepares your team for what they're going to see on Friday night. So the other part of this I like is starters, when they come back, they understand they got to go out there and perform, because there's a dude behind him on the depth chart that's been playing pretty well. So competition makes the whole team better. The looks in practice are better. I mean, it's just a win-win all the way around.
And how important is it for you guys to get to 2-0 in the district, and how much are you guys just looking forward to another district game?
Yeah, I think it's important to get 2-0 in district because it's our next game. And it's really that simple. I'm not trying to minimize the importance of this game and district play and all that, but this is the next one on the schedule, and so our full focus is on that. It's at home again. We want to go out and put on a show for our fans and play our best football. And like I always say, they'll let us know if we were good enough to win the game when it's over.
Coach, another great win. And as we were asking Coach Dawson, your largest margin of victory, only allowing 14 points to an undefeated team like that. How really was that to see that performance?
It was really good. Like, coming into that game, we had been going against tough opponents over and over again. Seems like we scheduled through the gauntlet, and it's going to continue that way. So it's really good to see us show up and play really well. Like, I know at halftime I told the kids, like, I want to blink them in the second half. Like, we should blink them the whole entire game, but like, let's reset at second half, blink them in the second half, and we did so. So I'm really pleased with that. Trey Mosley's a really good running back too. And our goal was to keep him under 100, and we did that. Just really pleased with our performance that week too.
And who are a couple of those guys on the defensive side of the ball that have really stood out to you this season?
I could honestly name all of them. Like, they all impact in different ways, and our defense kind of operates just in through cohesion together. So everyone needs to do their job to be for us to be successful. But like Cutter Smith, he's a senior safety. He kind of gets the whole back end. Like, I trust him. He gets the whole back end ready, set. Cruz makes plays. Like, I trust Cruz. I can put him on anyone, and he'll play well. We did that with Cornerstone. We did that with Friendship. He's played really well this year. Bo stepping up. Stacy became a lockdown corner. They're all stepping up. Our linebacking core has played lights out, and then our front sevens, Vic, and Angel have all played lights out. So it's really a credit to the whole defense. Like, they're playing really well right now.
Outside of this past week, you've had a lot of close wins with this team. So how is it that in these close games your defense has been able to step up and be able to shut down? I
think I'm not from West Texas, but I do think there's some sort of West Texas mentality of they're gritty, they do their job, they just go from play after play after play. And it's something like that, like we're down 14 in the third or late in the third, like we kind of just don't even bat an eye. And that's like a really good aspect to have. Like it kind of reminds me of my old Vandergrift team in the same way, like we'd be down, but like something's going to happen with our offense or something's going to happen with our defense. Like we're going to make a play to get us back in the game. And I think that's what the mentality that we have here, and it's really good to see.
What do you need to continue to see from your defense going forward to just continue to play lights out?
I think we played really great teams, and we played good or great, but we're like 3 or 4 plays from being perfect. And I tell them that a lot. Like if we like focus up each day, get better, chase our best each day, I think we can start playing perfect. And like that's where we need to strive to get to, is playing perfect, not just great, if that makes sense.
Where have you seen some changes on your defense from the beginning of the season when you were just making your plan for the full team as you've learned more about your team here?
Yeah, so coming in, it was a lot of change just as a new staff. It's going to be a lot of change. So we did change up the defense, and like the guys or the kids picked it up really well. Like it's not an easy defense to pick up. It's not just some country-free zone, so it's a little bit harder than just like basic defense. But they picked it up really quick. They've gotten really good at it, and it's like credit to our staff for installing it in, and credit to Coach Wells, our OC. Actually, like he helped me like install, like helped me with questions, like pretty much gave me a seed to plant, like planted a seed and then watched it sprout. So credit to him. He's a big resource for me just as like sort of a mentor. He's a big resource for MCS just as a coaching ability. He's like done a lot for us.
Been looking for the season, a lot of close margins for the wins. How was that feeling, getting that more comfortable win?
It was awesome. Our pre-district is a pretty hard schedule, probably the hardest in all of TAPS. I mean, we were playing these teams that are ranked 3A, 6A, just these big heavy hitter schools, and I really think that has helped shape us and kind of, improved our play in district. So I'm pretty excited. I mean, it's the first like big win. We all felt really good, and it's the best week of practice we had going into the game. So we've enjoyed that, but we're off to Fort Worth Christian now.
Yeah, obviously no mid-season trophies, or you don't get nothing for winning your first game of district.
Yeah.
How do you guys kind of turn that focus and go try to do what you did last Friday on this Friday?
It's all in practice. I was telling the guys before the game during our team dinner that this is the most prepared I've ever felt. During practice, everything just kind of felt like it clicked. We went in really confident with our game plan. Our coaches were confident in the game plan, just everything, putting the pieces together, and we went in and executed.
You talk about that transition from Southwest Christian, not to Fort Worth Christian, but Coach Dawson said you guys on the offensive line had your most complete game against Southwest Christian. Now facing Fort Worth Christian with those 2 edge rushers, what's going to look like to have that complete game again?
So all of our offensive line is really confident in this game. I mean, this game means a lot to us and our coaches both. I've played these guys my entire high school, career, football career, whatever you want to call it. But I think we have a really good game plan set for this team. I think we can, suppress the 2 edge rushers with what we got going on there. And honestly, I like our odds against them either way. However many stars are by their name, however many offers they got, I like our odds. I think we're mentally and physically ready for this game, but we still have to put in a good pieces of practice together and just to further prepare ourselves, because this is our favorite game. I mean, we love the little rivalry, the Fort Worth Christian things, and we don't want anything else but to win this game. So
I was talking with Coach Dawson about the health of the team, getting some guys back, and just having the backups get to have that game time. You were talking about preparation. Is that kind of helping the preparation, having those guys be able to show you those good looks?
No, absolutely. Our scout team is very important. We go good on good in practice, which is, give the best look, our best on best guys. So when we're out there on scout offense, giving the defense a look, we go 100% like it's regular offense, and we benefit from it as well. Same thing with the defense when they're out there, it's best on best. So we play to our hardest so we can give them a look so we can stimulate what it's going to be like accurate in the game.
And what can you say about the performance on Friday from both Caleb and Rowdy? I mean, 7 touchdowns between 2 of them. First of all, what was that like, and how fun was it to watch and be a part of?
Oh, it was awesome. They were having a blast out there, and the thing I loved about them both after that game is the first thing they came to is the offensive line, which is what I play. But they came to us and they were like, we couldn't have done that without you guys, and that made everyone else feel a lot better. But I mean, 4-3, 7 combined. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's hard to lose when you play like that, So.
And just what does it take to do something like that again? I mean, 7 touchdowns between those 2 guys, pretty incredible, like you said. But just how do you kind of transfer that over?
I mean, going into the game, Coach Dawson and the O-line, we had a set thing to think about, is to dump them, put them on their heads and don't give up. Just don't let up, just go as hard as you can and, bury them. And that's what we did. Our offensive line did a wonderful job in the game. Still have a lot of things to fix, always will. But, I mean, they were rushing pretty hard. I mean, 7 touchdowns. I looked at the stat sheet at both of them. I mean, combined, it's crazy. It's actually insane.
Yeah, and with this being your senior year before heading to Utah, obviously you still got 4 more games left and then the postseason. Mm-hmm. But what has this season meant for you with your first year with Phil Dawson?
Man, this year has meant a lot. I mean, ever since last March coming into it, we've all had a goal, and that's to win state. I mean, none of us want anything else but to win state. All 4 years, that's always been my goal every year, is to go and win a state title in football. I've always wanted to do it. But our mindset is that we all have to be bought in. I mean, that's the most important thing in my opinion. If one person's not bought in, I say it in practice all the time. If you're either all in or you're all out. If you're all out, then you're just a disease to the team, and I wouldn't even be mad if you left. You know what I'm saying? Just either all in or you're all out. And I think everyone has that mindset to be all bought in and to go win this state title.